I'm live.
Right.
Hey, hello everyone. This is Stuart Veldhuisen. I'm here with the tasting tonight to do our pairing. Welcome everybody. Hopefully we get a bunch of people on tonight. Got Rachel sitting here beside me.
Hey everybody.
So we can kind of, how do we know when we have enough people on here? Chelsea's sitting here beside me too. She's kind of our technician tonight. So.
We may just get started and people join.
Okay. Cool. Well, good. Well, welcome again. So it's a nice and crisp out here tonight. We've had kind of a cool day. So anyways, hopefully you can be inside and stay a little toasty today. So we'll jump right into our pairing tonight. So I hope everybody got your boxes okay and that they arrived. I heard one person didn't get it, so we'll work on that. But hopefully everybody else did. And we'll try to have a little fun here tonight. So we're going to start out with our pairing, and we're going to do the classic Havarti. So this is something that is really still a new cheese for us. And this is a really nice cheese. It's mild, it's softer texture. It is a natural rind, so it is very edible. And again, on any of the natural rinds, if you don't care to, eat them, as far as just, like we're doing tonight, you can always grate them and use them on a dish. Don't waste any of that because it really is packed with a lot of flavor, and there's a lot of goodness in all the rind of natural rinds. Some of the others you'll want to peel off the coating, but the natural rinds are great. So with the Havarti, it is a nice, creamy, grassy notes to it. Very beautiful texture. There's just sweetness to it. There's a lot of great things with this cheese. It is one of our milder ones. So that's, we do have a lot of strong cheeses, but that is one that we can actually claim as a milder one. So, and we're going to be pairing that tonight with blueberries. So seems to go really well. I'm going to just do a little bit of pairing while we're live here, so we can kind of go through some of that. If you have any blueberries at home. So, yeah, kind of show that off in the natural rind.
Yeah. I don't know if our camera is going to focus on it really well.
Oh.
Let's see.
So it brings out the nice fruitiness of the blueberries, and it, just is a really nice pairing. I think it'll go nice with probably raspberries too, right? So any fruits like that are really nice with it.
You can cook with this Havarti.
Yeah, this does melt really nice. So a Havarti does melt really good. So good grilled cheese sandwich. I kind of like to do in the mornings, make just an egg and grilled cheese sandwich. So I'll kind of break my yolk in the pan and lightly cook it, of course. I don't like them really hard, but and then have my toast and put that in the back in the pan with some of the Havarti on, and then put the egg on top of that and let that melt nice. And that's my breakfast. So that's one of them. So it does melt really good. Okay, I'm going to let Rachel talk about the Woolly Texas. So that's a sheep cheese.
Yeah, the Woolly Texas is it's an Alpine style cheese which has a natural rind again. So this is a washed rind cheese, and so that means it's actually washed with just a soft cloth and salt water for about a month after it is made until that rind forms nicely. And you can eat the rind, or if you don't want to eat it, you can grate it over pastas and salads and things like that. but it's a very sweet cheese. It has, it has. I think you guys have your descriptions there. A nice toasty flavor, and just it pairs well with the pecans, like the creme brulee pecans. So yeah, let's see. These are made in San Saba. They're grown in the area and then flavored at the Oliver Pecan Company in San Saba. And so it's just a really nice pairing together. It's like dessert. Beautiful caramely flavors, and it's a nice treat.
It is. It's a nice blend with the woolly of the. I don't know. I love the little sheepiness flavor of it. Then you get the little crunchy and the pecanish. So, and sheep cheeses are kind of nutty flavors anyway. So it does really kind of add to the whole experience. So foods are fun. We always like wines with cheese too, but on these pairings, we're going to do a lot more foods, because who doesn't like good food?
Yeah. Everyone likes food, right?
So, okay. Now the next one is kind of a fun one. This is one we just played around with. Only time I've ever made it. This is our Java Brulicious. So that was kind of a fun ordeal making this one. And this is a cheddar cheese. And on the final press, we took fine ground coffee and we just smothered the whole wheel and then pressed it into the cheese itself. And then we did put a coating on this. So we put our pear coat over the top. So this is kind of fun, and you can play with this at home. But there's definitely heavy coffee flavors on the outer edge. Probably 3/4 of an inch in, and then it'll lessen. And in the center, there really isn't too much. So I think, this is the first time. I'm not surprised with that. I think the older it is, the more the flavor will go into it. Everything kind of wants to equal out as time goes. But it is a very creamy cheese, especially like when you get on the inside, you don't have as much coffee flavor. It kind of reminds me more, if any of you had the let's see, the English style. What was that again? The Royal Cheddar. Yeah, it was a cloth-bound cheddar, so it was a little higher in moisture, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of that flavor, if any of you have had that. But I do love this one because it is a nice boldness. The coffee flavor really come through. Nice mouthfeel because it is a higher moisture. So, and we got some little chocolates here from. Let's see, where's that bag? Let me show that.
So Wiseman House.
This is from Wiseman House. This is
Waco, Texas.
Yeah, and these are. What are these called again?
Mocha.
Oh, Mocha Crunch.
Mocha Crunch.
These are the Mocha Crunch from Wiseman House. And so they're, really fine chocolate with a little coffee in there. And that is going to pair well with it, with this here.
Actually, haven't tried this cheese.
Oh, well, you're going to enjoy it. It's kind of fun because it really does have a lot of coffee dust on the especially on the exterior. Yeah, you really get that. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Now I haven't had this with a cup of coffee yet in the morning, so I guess
no,
6 a.m. I'm going to try that tomorrow morning.
When I lift it up to my nose, I can smell the coffee at first.
Oh, yeah.
So the smell, just the smell, kind of prepares your palate for the coffee taste.
It has a little bitterness to it. It's good.
Nice.
Pretty fun. And
that's cool.
Then we have our Divine Cheddar. Now this is kind of fun. We had some wheels that were 4 years old, and we actually had one that was 5 years old. So not everybody got exactly the same batch. But you aren't going to know really which one you got, probably the 4 or the 5-year-old, because I didn't. So I didn't do that. But
Once it's past 3 years old, like it's just
yeah,
old.
it's old. There really isn't too much difference. You're going to super enjoy it though. But this stuff is old, and it was kind of fun finding little jewels back in the caves. So
Digging them out of the back.
yeah, it was pretty fun. So, anyways, this is really crumbly. Some of the packages, as you notice, they aren't like all perfectly cut, because when I cut into these things, the wheels just really like to just crack and, find their way. So, not the prettiest cuts, but when you take these, you can't get a cut out of it. You just have to take a nice chunk. And it actually, a lot of old cheeses will eat this way anyways, because they don't cut well. And this is really good once you warm it up. So really let this get to room temperature. All the cheeses are better when they're room temperature, but the older they are, even the better. So, but this one is really, really amazing.
So what is this one? Do you know if this one was the 4 or 5-year-old?
This is to the 4-year-old.
Now, we have one comment.
Yeah.
I was surprised at the color of the Divine. Soaked in Merlot, I expected a darker color. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the color.
Expected a darker color. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I was kind of hoping so too. This was made a lot of years ago, and there is a little coloring that went on in it. I was hoping for more, but I definitely got, we get definitely a little fruitiness to the cheese. Some of these things take a lot of time to figure out how to do, and I'm happy with it. I would love a little more color, but again, these things take years in a lot of ways to perfect, because we don't get an instant finished product. So it takes a lot of time. When I started making this Divine, I first tried it at a few months and it wasn't ready at all. And then I waited until it was over a year, and then all of a sudden it just came alive. So yeah, I would like a little more color to it. I think it depends a lot on what wine that I use. And we're still kind of playing around with different juices, different wines to see what's going to work. But all of this takes time. So hang in there. We'll see what else we get in some coming years. So, and we're put with some of the dates. So we had some dried dates here with this. I'm going to try it with that. I actually didn't do it yet. I guess my wife did it earlier, last week or something like that. So she isn't with us tonight, but she's helped on the pairing. So
Yeah, she did some of the legwork.
Yeah, of course.
Putting it all together. Yeah, it's good.
She might be tuned in tonight. I'm not sure. Can you tell who's tuned in? No? Okay. So that's kind of good. It doesn't take a lot of date, though. It takes just a little bit.
Yeah.
I maybe use a little too much date.
Yeah, because I think the dates can actually kind of overpower the cheese if you.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I did there.
Yeah.
I think I used too much, even though that cheese is really strong.
It is
strong.
So, but the dates are strong.
It was good. And if you are going to do a wine with that one, nothing beats a good Bordeaux. So I just had to throw that one in there. So, okay, now we got the blue, which is amazing. And what do we got here, Rachel?
Honey.
I don't have my glasses on. Which honey is that?
Cinnamon vanilla honey.
Okay. Oh, and everybody got this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pecans and honey.
Okay, so everyone got the pecans and honey.
Here we go. I'll let you dribble a little bit of that on. So
it's a flavored honey from Jackson Boone. Where is that?
Edinburgh, Texas.
It's in Edinburgh. How cool.
okay. So the Bosque Blue, nice veining in it, and nice golden color to it. Greener the grass, yellower the cheese, and This is not really typical for blue cheeses to be this golden, but because we do a lot of grazing, and it does make a little bit of a difference when how golden it'll be. Greener the grass, yellower the cheese. And so this is probably a lot like a Stilton, if you ever had a Stilton from England. And very nice creaminess, but it's a beautiful balance. Are you making a mess? You can do that.
Honey.
Yeah, you can do that. But it's a nice balance of the blue and the cheese flavor, the creaminess to just give us this nice balanced flavor. And then when you put the honey on it, the honey and blue is just fabulous. Really a fun pairing. Now, honestly, I'm going to tell you, I haven't had this with the honey and cinnamon on. I've had it with honey, which was fabulous. So I didn't put the cinnamon twist in it. So we'll see. What do you think?
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it definitely gives it a more Christmassy feel. The flavored, cinnamon honey.
I think so. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. It's hard to beat just plain honey, though.
Yeah.
But I think the cinnamon thing is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a little variant there.
Yeah. But
nice for Christmas.
And I know we aren't pairing with wine tonight, but a good port with blue.
Can't beat it.
It's just the best.
Yeah.
That is dessert.
Yeah, it is.
Just a little teensy bit of port and a few slices of blue and a little honey.
Might need to crack open a bottle.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Do we have anything else we need to say here? Think that's good? Okay. Well, listen, I hope everybody enjoys their cheese package this month, and everyone have a very Merry Christmas. God bless y'all.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Hey. You have to push